Hey guys, Solomon here. Hopefully you're having a great day. Today's video, the 4 rules / steps that you can use in any chess opening. Okay, if you're playing the, whatever opening you have, the Carl Khan, the Italian game, whatever you're doing, if you run into a move you've never seen before, or if you're just in a position you're like, gosh, I don't know what to do, keep these 4 rules in mind. Okay, it's going to give you that roadmap to success. The first step that we got to follow is putting a pawn in the center. Okay, so in this case, I recommend this move of e4 for you beginner players. It helps get both our queen and our bishop out. By the way, in this video, we're going to have white follow the 4 steps. We're going to have black kind of ignore and not do the 4 steps. And then we're going to kind of compare and see who has the better position. Okay, so we put a pawn in the center. Step 1 is complete. Black here decides not to put a pawn in the center really at all, but instead they play this move of a5. Okay, I don't know what they're doing over there. Maybe they're trying to play like a crab opening or something. I guess we'll find out. But okay, step 2 is castling. By the way, you can castle both directions, right? So if you castle kingside, there's only 2 pieces in the way. So oftentimes you can castle a lot faster in the opening if you do castle kingside. Castling queenside takes a little bit more time because you got to get 3 pieces out of the way. That being said, most players do castle kingside. I would say most of my games I castle kingside, but sometimes castling queenside is a great option depending on the position and the flow of the game. And castling queenside is often seen as more aggressive. Okay, all that being said, let's say in this position we're trying to castle kingside. We got to get these pieces out quick, right? We can't mess around, right? We can't just start pushing pawns over here. Get this knight out, get this bishop out, and then castle, right? Step 2 is already done. Okay, step 1, step 2 are finished. Again, I don't really know what black's doing here, but okay, let's say black continues to play a move like that, which actually isn't too bad. The third step is connecting our rooks. Okay, so obviously rooks can't see, but let's just imagine for a second that the rooks had eyes. Okay, at the moment they can't really see each other, right? There's pieces in the way. They can't quite get a grip on each other, right? So we got to get these 3 pieces out. Okay, we got to do it quickly. Bring this knight out, and in this position, notice guys, this bishop can't just jump over a pawn, right? This isn't checkers. If any of you are checkers fans, you're probably not watching this video, but if you are, chess it's just a superior game. Okay, I'm sorry. At least, American checkers is pretty bad. Is it even called American checkers? I don't know. Chinese checkers? Now that is a game I can respect. But okay, in this case, we can't just jump over the pawn, so we have to move this pawn out. By the way, notice I'm not just moving pawns like crazy. I'm not just going 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I'm moving pawns so that my back rank pieces can get out, right? The pawns are the fence. The pieces are what you're trying to get through. In this case, let's say black makes a move. Again, we got to get both these guys out. Bishop out, queen out. Step 3 is complete. Black here has not even gotten close to finishing step 2, right? And we're already done with step 3. Let's say black here, keeps kind of messing around. They play a move like queen out. Not a great option there. I mean, black should think about something like this so that they can castle, right? But okay, let's say the queen moves out. In this case, really the last step is activating the rooks, okay? And that's really looking for an open file. Guys, an open file is a file that goes up and down where there's no pawns, okay? So we don't talk about, if there's 2 knights, 2 bishops, and a rook on a file, we don't really care about that in terms of open files. Open files are about, is there a pawn there or not, right? There's open files, semi-open files, and finally closed files. In this case, all the files are closed. Okay, now an open file is if there's no pawns at all in the file. So in this case, let's just say these highlighted pawns didn't exist. Let's just say, I ran by, I saw you were playing a game, I said, yo, big fan of yours, thanks for subscribing to my channel. By the way, I'm a fan of y'all, okay? Appreciate you guys. Let's just say I ran in the door, okay? I'm eating a taco or something. I don't know, I guess I'm hungry. Anyways, pick up the pawns, okay? And I run out the door. All of a sudden, you got an open file, right? Because you can drop the rook here, and there's no pawns in the way. Right? What if I just took this pawn out, but this pawn was still here? Well, that would be a semi-open file, right? But in this case, guys, every single file is closed, right? We got 2 pawns on each one. So in this case, we're going to aim the rook towards the opponent's king or queen. And the reason for this is that you never know when things can break open, okay? In this case, let's bring our rooks to the center of the board, really charging down, right? Our rooks right now are doing a whole lot more than black's, even though at the moment they're not really seeing anything. But just because you can't see something at the moment doesn't mean you're prepared for the opportunity, right? So in this case, that actually sounded kind of like a motivational quote. Anyways, the rooks in the corners here, I'm sorry, but these files just aren't going to open for a while. I just don't see it happening. I don't see these pawns disappearing anytime soon. And if they did, okay, I mean, at this point in the game, I don't really care. But notice in this position, if black breaks through in the center, black can take on d5 all they want, right? They can take with the knight. They can take with the bishop. Eventually, they're going to have to decide, do I want to take with this pawn or not, right? And if they do, by the way, if they don't, they're just down a piece. If they do, notice we're ready to go, right? We have our rook aimed towards the opponent's queen, and because of that, we're able to simply give up our 5-point piece for a 9-point piece. Great trade. And okay, white's simply winning this. Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you guys got something out of it. Again, keep yourself rooted. I actually encourage you guys to memorize those 4 rules. Okay, put a pawn in the center, castle, connect the rooks, and activate the rooks, whether that's putting it on an open file or preparing for a file to open. You do these 4 rules and you're going to be in business. Okay, oftentimes I really do think that openings can tend to be a little bit overrated, especially if you're around 1,000. That being said, if you enjoy learning openings, go for it. Do it all day long. Learning openings is going to help your game. That being said, oftentimes at, the 500, 600 level, your opponents aren't going to be memorizing the theory a ton, right? So you're going to see positions that you've never seen before. Even at my level, I see it all the time. Move 8, I'm like, I've never seen this in my life, right? I mean, in the first 4 moves of chess, there's 4 billion different things that can happen. So you're going to see new positions. And in those positions, you got to remember, what step am I on and how can I get to the next one as quick as possible? Again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.